Hello Legends fans, my name is Beaky with the Untitled Game Show, and for today I'm going to be your Elder Scrolls Legends news broadcaster for September 28th, 2017. There's a brand new update from the game coming from Direwolf and Bethesda. Let's go jump in and showcase these updates for you guys right now. Let's go take a look. Alright guys, if you ever used the card Lute before and wondered, wait a minute, why I don't have a musical feel in my body? Well, they have went ahead and updated this card to add some new VFX. Let's go take ahead and look at the brand new graphics for Lute. Check this out, guys. So once you play Lute on a creature, as you will notice in a moment, you get these little new musical notes around the creature now that were not present there before. So that's a cool little effect on Lute going forward. Great little update right there. Next, let's go take a look at the next big update coming for Alduin. Now, if you ever wondered why Alduin is such a powerful card in Skyrim, and maybe you never played Skyrim, well, it's just because he wrecks house. And this new effect for Alduin is unbelievably excellent. It really fits the card. So let's go ahead and play Alduin in a second right here, just one more turn, and then you guys will be able to see this brand new VFX animation for Alduin, which really it makes me want to play Alduin a lot more than I normally do already. Alright guys, so let's go check it out right now. Check this bad boy out. Bam! Alduin wrecks house. So that's one of the new updates, guys, a new effect for Alduin. Let's keep on going to some other updates in the Elder Scrolls Legends. Let's take a look at a brand new update for shouts. Now, if you've ever played shouts before, you know that once you're playing a shout, you can't do anything. It just lets you sit there and just gotta wait. Well, the game has been updated to make you be able to perform other actions while shouts are played. Take a look, guys. So now when I play Drain Vitality, I'm able to break the Ring of Magicka and play another creature and in my turn all in one go. Before you had to wait till the shout finished playing and then go ahead and make your next move. Now this speeds up the game, and anything that speeds up the game even a little bit definitely is going to help the flow of the game, and I'm very glad for this update. Let's move on to some other updates with the game. Let's talk about this one right here. The Dark Brotherhood. So if you ever played the Dark Brotherhood storyline before, you will definitely know that some of the missions can be quite difficult, especially Master Difficulty. And the one I know that is the most difficulty for me when I first put in Master Difficulty was actually this one right here, South of Bridge. You have to play with a disguised deck. And the disguised deck that the deck that they gave you was just not great in a one-lane scenario. And on top of that, on Master Difficulty, this is a scenario you start out with, where there's 3 creatures on your opponent's side on turn 1. That is just unbelievable. And then you start off with an Altar of Despair Last Grasp deck. So how are you going to try to win this? Well, they have tweaked the difficulty to make some scenarios like this a lot easier, and I very much do appreciate this. For those people out there who've been stuck on Master Difficulty or in certain missions in the Dark Brotherhood, well, it's about time you jump back in and see if you can finish it and get the rest of your soul gems and get the titles for actually completing all of the Dark Brotherhood. So if you had trouble, well, now everything has been tweaked. So it's a great move coming from Bethesda, because I know I had some problems with this. So thank you, Bethesda. Thank you, Direwolf. Let's take a look at some other stuff being updated with the game. Alright guys, let's actually get into Legends itself. So one of the biggest one is there's a brand new Rumble coming this weekend. This is an all-common Rumble. And for you guys, a special thing, I've actually made a deck for you guys to go ahead and play in this new Rumble. So if you need a all-common deck that can actually compete a bit, well, this might be for you. So this will start up in 1 day and 15 hours, and here's a look at the deck that I'm gonna be showcasing to you guys, and also there's other updates I'll just mention along the way. First of all, one of the newer updates is the fact that there's now a notification icon right here. This icon will be able to tell you different things when you get notified in the game instead of it being popped up the way you used to. Now you're going to be able to click on this icon to get notifications. I've already cleared all my notifications, so nothing will pop up here for me at the moment. Next, let's get into the deck editor screen. In here, the new deck icon has been changed slightly, so it's going to be a little bit more seeable per se. That's what it says in the patch notes. I guess this makes it better for mobile as well. Now, the only other thing I wanted to mention, there was some other bug fixes for various cards. They haven't detailed exactly which cards have been fixed, but hopefully things like Brutal Ashlanders had a bug for a long time. We haven't had any detailed evidence that has been fixed until we start doing some testing, but I will test that out and report back to see if Brutal Ashlander and some other cards that have been bugged for a while now have been taken care of. But for now, we just know that various bug fixes have been going throughout the game. And also, for the Russian folks out there, well, your login issues have been fixed, so congratulations, my Russian friends. You can now play Legends once more. So that's absolutely great. And last but not least, turn timers have been tweaked more, so making everything more quicker. Just like how the shouts with Drain Vitality, turn timers have been a little bit better, so it doesn't waste your you can't waste your opponent's turn, stuff like that. Just speed up the game a little bit. Anything that speeds up the game a little bit, making like animations and things like that just take too long, that's a great thing to see in the game. Alright, so let's take a look at that deck for you guys. Here's a deck for the Rumble this weekend. So you want to use it, feel free to. I put together a common deck. It has 53 cards. You could use 50 if you want. I like having more than 50 in some of my decks, so I do. Especially when it's all common. Let's take a look. Why would I feel like this deck could work? Well, it's going to be an aggro Hex Mage deck, but not completely surrounded by Hex Mage. So we're doing Brutal Ashlander. I still need to test it out a bit to see if this card has been fixed. So if this card been fixed, I'm definitely going to keep it in this deck. Alright, so why Brutal Ashlander is here? I want Brutal Ashlander to use on... Oh, let me take out Lute. Sorry, it doesn't need Lute. Lute was just for testing. Actually, it's a 50 card deck. Sorry about that. There's another card I'm going to put in. But either way, Lute's going to be... Oh, not Lute. Brutal Ashlander is going to combo with Soul Split, so I'll be able to get 2 creatures from that, and then that'll combo with Hex Mage. Then we got Crown Quartermaster, another card that gives me a sword, and also another target for Soul Split right there, which once again works with Hex Mage. Daring Catapult is a Prophecy, easy creature to get pumped up, and we are playing on a Prophecy curve right here. We have 21 Prophecy creatures in this deck, so when your opponent breaks a rune, you have a high % chances to get a Prophecy, so I like that in a deck like this, especially when it's all common. Next up, Fighter Guild Recruit, another Prophecy right there with Lethal Guard, some type of defense right there. Gloom Lurker, you might be a little bit surprised by this with a 3/1, but at the 2 cost, this card is in the right playable area. Because it's a 2-drop common, it's good for a deck like this. Being able to get this from Prophecy and maybe be able to give Daring Catapult cover might be just enough to protect it for 1 turn so you'll be able to go ahead on your own assault. So that's why that's is in this deck as well. It could combo well with Hex Mage. Let's say if you need to give Hex Mage cover once more so she can just stay alive for 1 more turn to get that last lightning bolt combo for 4 damage and then 2 from her for 6 to win the game. That's what I was thinking about right there. Moving on from there, Lurking Crocodile, early game Prophecy, early game card. If you have it in your hand, it's a 3/2. It's a good target. You know most of your opponents are going to trade with this creature or remove it. It's a good creature to put out there early and just get some advantage from it. Let's move on from there, guys. Heroes, very simple. You're going to want to be able to hit face while putting out a pretty strong creature. 4/2, common, excellent card. Definitely worthy and something that you're trying to play. Somewhat defensive, but you're still mostly going to be playing aggro right here. Sentinel, once again, I want to have some defensive capabilities in this type of deck, so that's why I'm playing this. And right now, because I'm playing so many Prophecies, as we know, some people are going to maybe play Scout. People are going to be playing stuff that's going to have maybe Silence. I want to just have creatures that you'll put on the field, have their effect, go either have summon effects or just be there and be able to come out from Prophecy and you still be able to use them even if they get silent. So that's why I want to put creatures like this. Same thing with Cunning Ally. You play it, you get your Firebolt from it, its effect is done, and then you can just use it as a body to trade with or attack with if needs be. This deck balance right now is mostly on the intelligence side, so 32 cards are intelligent, so you do have a pretty good chance of getting Cunning Ally effect popping off. If you don't, it's okay, but at least you still have another 3/3 body right there. I put in Giant Bat in here because of the situation that I feel like you should have some type of charge in this type of deck. Unfortunately, we can't use Cliff Racer because Cliff Racer is not a common, so this is my replacement for Cliff Racer, and having the fact that you get Drain as well might just be a little extra you needed to survive. So that's what I'm thinking about right here. If you want to take out Giant Bat, I wouldn't blame you. It was one of those cards I just felt like I need a little bit of charge in this deck. Next up, Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt's another very common card, hit the face, go from there. It should work quite well. Mystic Dragon, great prophecy card as well. If you have to play from hand, 4/4, it's not a bad for when you're going to be playing against other common decks. Hexmage you already talked about, and Conjurer. If once again, I don't want to play all aggressive. I feel like we should have some type of defensive ability, and I think Conjurer was a good common card. Give yourself a creature that's going to be 5/5 and guard, and then we have a 1/2 on the field that we can hit face with as well. Now, this is pretty good amount of aggressiveness and defensiveness. I also have another deck that's way aggressive, a Battle Mage. I've already made the deck because I made it for a video a few months ago. It was my basically Prophecy Battle Mage, a budget beginner deck that you guys asked me to make. I'll link that in the description as well. It's very cheap to make. You guys can take out like the few rare cards I have in there and just make it completely a common deck, and it will be able to work for the Rumble as well. So if you want to go super aggro, that's the deck for you guys. If you want just like go Prophecy, Northern Firebrand, just to face, attack, win by turn 5, turn 6. That's the deck for you, and I have that linked in the description, as well as have this deck linked in the description as well. So that's been your news update for today about the Elder Scrolls Legends and the deck build all in one. What? That was real fun, guys. I love doing these videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed them as well. This has been Beaky here, your Elder Scrolls Legends news host for the day. I'll be back when there's more news related to Legends. Till then, peace the heck out.